fun to talk to you guys about today. And if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Tony Hunt. I like to do videos about healing crystals, art supplies, and art subscription box unboxings. So as many of you artists know, it was watercolor month, and I don't really get into watercoloring that much. But I decided, and I was watching so many videos, everybody was doing their watercolor studies and all this fun stuff. I thought, let's just take a month and really try to get into the watercolor mode. So that's what I did. And I started by picking out the supplies that I already had that I know I enjoy. So I find it hard just to watercolor with a palette of watercolors. I just don't know. So I was like, what's fun? Well, one of the products I found really fun, and we got in the April sketch box, was this Daniel Smith watercolor stick. And this one is in Sodalite Genuine. And when I was using it, I thought, this is really fun. And so I broke it out this month, and I did really just some coloring over some graphite work to add some blues. And this really isn't a blue. It's almost like a Payne's gray color. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm not sure why. I think it's because it's in this stick form, which we're going to go over. I'm going to show you how the 3 ways that I think you can use it. Okay, something else that I wanted to point out before we get into doing swatches is this stick right here, which is the same watercolor that's in the Daniel Smith half pans, is 3 half pans worth of watercolor. So right there alone, you're getting a better value. And let me hold this up. I know this doesn't really do it that much justice. But the price of this per sketch box was 14 something. I found that that'd be pretty comparable. My cheapest one I bought, I got 4 others to go along with this to show you today. But the cheapest one was about $9.50, I'd say. And then I got one of their new Primatech colors, and that was 14, I believe. So I'm going to link where you can get them on Amazon down below, and I'm sure all the other art stores carry it, like Blick and Jerry's Artorama or whatever. So I'm sure you can find it other places than Amazon, but I did get mine off of Amazon. So yeah, that was just something value-wise, it's really good. So yeah, I'm going to turn you around and I'm going to show you how to use these. Right, let's first start off by seeing the comparison. Here's what the stick looks like. And here's what a normal half pan looks like. So this is a way better value, for sure. Now, the website said that these are easy to travel with and take with you. I mean, a little pan, let's get one out. Here's a little pellet that I made. I mean, this isn't, if you get a little carrying case for these, it's really not that much easier to carry around with you. So if that was a selling point for you, you might be a little disappointed. You can get a little pallet that probably takes up less space. But I got this little case, and I got mine off of Amazon, of course, because once you get the ends of these wet, they're kind of messy, and you don't want them rolling around because they'll stick to everything and get everything colored. So you can get these little carrying cases. I don't know if they make larger ones or if this is the only option, but I thought that was pretty convenient. And so we started off with the Sodalite Genuine, which I got in the sketchbook from April. We've got Moon Glow, which is a purplish color. This is one of those new Primatech colors. They're supposed to be like psycho granulating. But I think it's neat because you can see different colors. They remind me of the color sparks that I like. You can see different colors in it, and that's why I got this one. And this is Serpentine Genuine. For my red, I got Alizarin Crimson and Nickel Azul Yellow. Here's a quick little swatch of what we're going to do. I made this quickly so I could see my colors because I have worked with these this month. This isn't really a first impressions. I've used these. So you can use them in a few different ways, which I'm going to show you, and you can check out for yourself how you would like to use them. So you can rub them on the paper and then wet it, which you can see is done up here. This isn't the preferred method, I wouldn't say. You can get some interesting little marks, I guess, by doing it this way that aren't so vibrant and bold. And then you can wet the paper and then draw over wet paper, Or you can use it just like a plain watercolor here. And the colors are very pretty. So let me get out some paper and I will show you some swatches. All right, here we go. So we're just going to mark across the top. And these are kind of stiff. I mean, these are like watercolors. So they're not very smooth to draw with. I would definitely go with a watercolor pencil if that's something you want to do, is actually draw with these. Just my opinion, but of course you do whatever it is that makes you happy. By the way, I just picked this up, this Princeton Neptune quill. Fantastic. I can see why I didn't do well with watercolor before, because I don't think I was using the materials I needed to make it work for me. Okay, so let's look at this up close. You can see it's not very smooth. It doesn't completely dissolve. Now the green dissolved pretty good, but especially like this blue, it didn't really want to dissolve. I'd like to grab onto the paper. But you see, you can get some interesting little bits and little scratches if that's what you're into, making some interesting grasses or something. I mean, it'd be nice to use in that way. But yeah, so it's a little rough looking, but you can use it in this application. All right, so now let's wet our paper and just go over it with the stick. That's very vibrant and it goes on very smooth. And see, I mean, it's grabbing the water and kind of diffusing, but I put quite a bit of water down. That's kind of neat in its own way. So if you wet the paper first, it lays down a pretty decent amount of pigment if you want a nice bold line. And the more water you use, of course I used a lot underneath this yellow and it's kind of diffusing out and doing some cool things. All right, so now I'm going to show you how I mostly use it, and I take it straight from the stick. You can see, I mean, it comes off pretty good. And I don't have a whole lot of water on this brush. But there's two ways to use it right from the stick like this. So yeah, you can see I've got some pigment there. Oops. And then I've also seen people, now I don't do this a whole lot, but I'm going to show you regardless. They actually dipped their stick in water. And used it that way, if you need a nice wash. So yeah, either or works depending on what you want to do. Ooh. But that brings up another, I thought it was pretty cool. You've seen a little drip happened, but it kind of splatters neatly. Like you don't need to put it on anything else. Isn't that neat? Make a nice little splatter effect. I just wanted to show you the importance of this little traveling case. As you can see, they're a little messy if you just let them lie around. If you're using them in the application I am, they'll get all over. So yeah, that's just a little swatch and a quick review of the Daniel Smith watercolor sticks. I think they're pretty neat, and I haven't seen a lot of people talk about them, but just for the value alone, I think you should get yourself some. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up if you like my little art reviews, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye.